Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first match of tonight's session. PPL Miami keeps bringing the heat, and we're starting things off with an exciting clash between the New York Atlantics and the Miami Padel Club. Two powerhouse teams and one thrilling match. And it's true, we're going to have fast rallies, fierce teamwork, and electrifying Padel Club. So please let's make some noise to receive the New York Atlantics. And let's welcome Ustero. Ari Sanchez. Lucas Campagnolo. And John Sanz. A big round of applause for our hometown squad, the Miami Padel Club. Let's welcome Virginia Riera. Jessica Castello. Eduardo Alonso. And Augustin Tapia.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our evening session, decisive session in our third day in the groups of the league stage of the Pro Padel League. We have two more matches ahead of us. New York Atlantics against the Miami Padel Club, possibly the pick of the day for us. And then the LA Beat against the Arkansas Matrix. Starting off with the women's match For the Atlantics against the Miami Padel clubs, it's Ustero and Ari Sanchez against Virginia Riera and Jessica Castello. And there is a massive amount hanging on the winners of this. We've been handed the mathematic formula.
Have we?
We think. We've been trying to sort of work it out for the last 20 minutes. That's Eric McKee and myself, Paul Giblin. And Eric is going to now talk you through it in a very slow and careful manner.
Hopefully you can all understand. Well, just quickly, let's save it quickly. Just quickly introduce the players. Ustero, of course, outstanding youngster playing alongside Ari Sanchez, #1 in the world, against two players that performed really well, coming back from one set down in the game against Toronto, winning a super tiebreak. So good win for Jessica Castello and Virginia Riera, but up against Ari Sanchez. Top-ranked player, made the move from Miami to New York Atlantics in the off-season.
As did John Sands, who will be in the men's match for the Atlantics.
Riera, tough cookie from Argentina. Such a superb defensive player. Has a lot more to her game, but difficult to break down, wears down her opponent. It's going to be a really good battle between Ustero and Riera in those cross-court rallies.
And Jess Castello, who played really well yesterday, took a while to warm up. But
MVP.
Was probably then the best player in the win, in the Miami win. Sorry, yesterday on Thursday. That was 2 days ago, wasn't it, Miami?
Time flies.
Played their debut.
This is day 3 of competition. We have 1 day left. This is the final, the last group day. So, what can be decided in this matchup? Well, the good news for Florida is that the women's team have qualified for the final. Now, podium day will see 4 teams in action. We're going to focus on the 2 teams battling for top spot and the title, the prize money, and 25 points. So congratulations to Flow Rider Goats. They are through to the final. And who will they be joined by? Well, listen.
Well, that's a
pay attention.
That's a $64 million question.
Now, if the New York Atlantics win in 2 sets, they could join them in the final. Now, it could go down to the number of games won and lost in that 2-set victory. Because it could be a head-to-head battle with the Atlantics and Las Vegas Smash. So we've got to keep an eye on the number of games won and lost in this tie. If they win 3 sets, it could be enough, but maybe not. Las Vegas could sneak in over New York Atlantics because of the number of sets and ones lost. Now you can see there the results.
Good afternoon.
That's how it is at the moment. Okay, Flow Rider, 100% matches, 100% sets, 77% games. New York second, but of course they've only played 1 match, so that's all to be decided, really. Same with for Miami. Nobody else will be able to do better than those 2.
So looking to, of course, qualify for podium day. 4 clubs of the 10 that started this inaugural event here in Miami. But which 2 teams will be fighting for the title? Who will be joining Flow Rider Goats? Will it be Miami? Will it be New York? Will it be Las Vegas Smash?
All will be decided. We're just talking about the match for 1st and 2nd place. I think if we went for 3rd and 4th,
we'll leave that for the end. For the end, when all the games have been played and we know the matchup. There's also, I've got here as well, a Tetris for the men's, but we'll save that for the men's.
Yeah.
Come on, this centre court here at the Wayfair Arena.
Very wise idea. Just one thing to let you know that in the men's, Cancun Waves have already assured that they will go to the final.
The only team through to the final, playing for the first prize here. There's 25 points, also prize money, and also the honour of becoming the first winner of the inaugural event here in Miami. Now, of course, Miami won this event last year, held here. They can still qualify for the final, so a lot at stake.
Exactly.
New York Atlantics, Miami, they met last year in the Cities Cup semi-final with Miami knocking out the team from New York.
What it does seem to be is that neither of these teams will reach the final if it goes to 3 sets, basically. They need to win in 2 sets.
Yeah, if it goes to 3 sets, which of course is 1 set apiece and a super tie break, then Las Vegas Smash, who are no doubt watching this game, will be the team that will take on Flow Rider Goats in the second place game.
So,
if it's not clear, we'll keep refreshing as we go along, because if it does go to 3 sets, we know the 2 teams fighting for the winner's prize.
And the 2 on court could possibly meet again. Possibly, we'd have to see, in the 3rd and 4th place. So everything to be decided. It will be Andrea Ustero to get us underway. But basically, for both teams, the bigger their winning margin, the better.
Definitely.
I wonder if that'll affect the way they play. I doubt it. I don't think you can allow yourself to change your usual style of play just to...
Or add something different. It's a different dimension PPL brings to this sport.
Love 15.
Still sending that first smash into the net.
Wound up her arm. Well played, put into the corner, they're making it difficult for Riera.
15 on.
Miami Padel Club starting off with a win against the Toronto Polar Bears. Lost the opening set, didn't they, as well?
Fede.
Already facing 2 break points.
And we're back to possibly back to our golden rule. The first server struggles. Golden point.
Use golden point. Jessica Castello to receive.
Opting to receive Castello. Oh, lovely touch. What a shot there.
Well played.
Ari Sanchez.
Game, New York Athletics, first game.
Winning the first golden point of the first set. Take a 1-love lead. So just quickly to recap. I know it's a lot to take in, but
yes, because I've just got it wrong myself.
No, you didn't. No, you got it right.
I was
because
thinking,
Miami will qualify for podium day, but they can't qualify to finish first or second, but they will qualify to finish 3rd or 4th.
And that is because the 2 other teams, the Flow Rider Goats and Las Vegas Smash, have won both of their matches in straight sets. And they dropped a set.
They dropped a set. They dropped the first set of the game against Toronto Polo Bears. Good comeback win, but dropping a set. You can see how that can punish you. As for the New York Athletics, they can qualify for the big final with a 2-set win.
1-6-2-6-2.
They don't want this to go to 3 sets.
Against the LA Heat.
If it does go to 3 sets, it'll be the Las Vegas Smash taking on the Flow Rider Goats. And these 2 teams could meet again
tomorrow
for 3rd and 4th place. Depending on the number of games won and lost.
I think we should just enjoy what we're seeing on court and then
Then we do the maths.
Let the algorithms work it out. Whoa, into the net.
30-15.
This day 3 of the inaugural event of 2025 for the PPL League, the Pro Padel League, not just in the US this season, branching out, expanding, going global, with an event in Mexico, in Guadalajara, that will follow the first event in a different country, in Spain, San Sebastián, in July.
Castello and Riera looking to control the net, just puts that on a wee bit long, 30-all. As we've been telling you, it's always really important to try and control the net. It's the best place to hit your winners from. Frustration there from Ustero. Just clips the net there. Just a little bit.
Golden point.
Bit under hit there, and it gives us another golden point. Another break
2 out of 2.
To receive.
Oh, he goes wide, so 2 games to love.
New York Athletics.
It's quite painful
They lead
in the
2
way that
games
there have been
to
2
love.
golden points. You've come that close, and you've been left empty-handed.
Ari Sanchez.
At the end of the day, you know, at the end of the set, we'll see the numbers come up, probably, and they always tell the story, don't they? This just shows where things are won and lost.
Oh, bullet smash.
Unleashed there.
Ustero.
15 love.
Really big hitter, the youngster. Although it's only been a few training sessions and a few days here in Miami, touching the net.
Quite considerable touch, really.
Andrea was saying, you know, how much she's improved training with Ari regularly and playing alongside her.
Nice little lob there, forcing Virginia Riera into the corner.
Not allowing that to hit the fence. Castello.
Well played,
That's a
Ari
brilliant
Sanchez.
volley. Really, really well played, both Ustero and Ari Sanchez. And after 2 golden points, looking to serve out a love service game.
Oof, difficult.
That's so clever. Normally that backhand would be back across to Castello, but she spotted Riera quite deep behind the service line. Really good volley, well executed, and they've raced into a 3-love lead now.
That's what we were saying.
It's what they need.
How's that changed things?
Yeah, it's what they need to make that grand final. If they win in 2 sets, it will go down to the difference
Of games.
of games.
And therefore, if they could win 6-love, that
Well,
would
then
be
that
great.
will be guaranteed final New York Atlantics Flowrider Goats. Now, should it go to 3 sets, Las Vegas Smash would qualify. If Miami win, Miami cannot qualify for the final. they will play the fourth playoff. If Miami win, then Las Vegas will be celebrating too. Bit of added interest, all these different combinations, and it doesn't get any easier on the men's side. Paul mentioned earlier, Cancun, which is incredible after missing out on the season finale in Brooklyn at the Dougal Greenhouse, the City's Cup last season. They've qualified for the first final.
Basically, very quickly for the men's, it'll be the winner of whoever wins between New York Atlantics and the Miami Padel Club would go into the final with Cancun if they win in 2 sets, and then it gets more complicated if they don't.
You leave that to me, aren't you?
Riera,
thank you.
To serve.
Brings
Well
it
played,
home,
yeah.
Ustero.
Love 15.
Very confident start after those 2 golden points.
That goes a bit long from Ari.
15 all.
Oh, lovely angle shot.
Brilliant.
And then it
That's
goes into the...
So well played.
I'm not sure if she was actually aiming for the stanchion, but
15-30.
That's an added bonus,
it's just an added bonus.
but definitely guided towards the fence.
Well done.
Just like that shot from Jessica.
30 all.
Thinking about, obviously the difference in games and so on that is needed, I still think it's a mistake to go out and change your style of play to try and force that, because I think your best chance of winning, if you're someone like Ari and Ustero, is to play your natural game, because you're one of the best pairs in the tournament anyhow, so rather than changing your style, which might actually be more negative, just go out and play a natural game.
Well, they started strongly. Key point in game 4, to break the tie, 30 all.
Yep.
Skip back into play by Adi. Just couldn't get her racket ahead.
So my point of view though, Eric, is
yes.
if you start looking for extra winners on balls that aren't there, then actually you're going to drop more points, is my argument.
There's a bit more tension as well, because the added pressure of knowing you can't lose a set. But even so, Adi, world class, best player you can probably see in the world also right now. Ustero, a future #1.
Golden point.
Not too
Ari
far
Sanchez
behind the likes
to
of
receive.
Adi, Jose Maria, Gemma Triay.
Anyway, golden point, so chance for a second break to go 4-love up. Or
3rd golden point. Not bad going.
set serve.
Soft volley there, down at her feet behind the service line.
Now they look to close in on the net, but
She might allow that to bounce, then look to attack it. Get forward, she does. Really good lob.
well
Jessica.
defended, really well defended there under a lot of pressure. And again.
And again. Back to back, contra Paredes. The approach. Oh, wow. What a winner
Really
there from Ustero.
Great point.
And
from
Adi just applauding her doubles partner.
Great point from Ustero. Those two
Because
back-to-back
Adi
off
was
the ball.
frozen out the point.
Yeah.
It was all about Ustero.
But I said, those two contra Paredes, as you say. So we're back live for love. It's Ustero serving. Oh, brilliant block.
Great reflexes there, Eddie, and again the stoop low.
Whoops.
Oh, miss-hit, Jessica. Had a couple of those in their first match, in the first set, and then ironed out those mistakes as they went on to beat the Toronto Polar Bears. And that defeat really hurt the Polar Bears because they lost their next game, 6-2, 6-love.
Oh dear, that was
Slightly mistimed.
I wonder if she just lost that a little bit.
15 all.
She just hit a couple of really good topspin smashes. Couldn't blame her for trying to have another go.
Hold.
Nice crossing shot there from Riera.
Ping pong. That was just brilliant. So rapid.
30-15.
Such great reflexes.
Really aggressive.
And kept stepping forward, kept approaching
Yep.
the net, kept attacking the net Ustero, putting her opponent under more and more pressure.
Just couldn't react in time. 30-15, second serve. We went long again, 30 all.
30 all.
Oh, very clever, very clever. Just a little fake smash there, just scurried across, but just
40
couldn't.
clear.
Ustero normally plays with Araujo, but she did play briefly alongside Jessica Castello. They teamed up at the start of the year. Now on opposite sides of the court.
Game, New York Athletics. They lead
5-love in
5
this
games.
opening set.
But there have been 3,
Golden points. Could easily be, except
3-2. To Jessica and Virginia.
but they've always looked pretty much in control on the big points, haven't they, as well on those, has to be said.
Well, this venue really filling up.
Has
A
it?
sellout. We were telling people who were watching the early session, if you are anywhere in the near vicinity of Miami, snap up the last few remaining tickets available for tonight's session. And tonight's session has started, and it's a sellout here at the Wayfair Arena. It's been a sellout every afternoon session, Saturday as well.
This is the big session, isn't it, the 6 p.m. session? Although tomorrow our finals,
It's going to
remember,
be full as well. It's gonna
start
be
at
brilliant
11 a.m. It's Sunday,
to
isn't
see
it?
this venue pack 800 capacity. Also, those watching at home around the world, Padel has conquered over 110 countries worldwide.
Well, I was in the process of conquering, anyhow, let's be honest.
There are more to come. There are more to come.
Definitely. Italy, 10,000 courts in Italy, which I'm amazed by.
And that boom has really happened in the last 3 to 4 years. I mean, countries like Spain has been around for a couple of decades.
So Jess Castillo serving to stay in the first set. just went long.
Love 15.
Virginia Riera was out on court a long time before everybody else doing her warm-ups as well.
A good 45 minutes.
Yeah.
The rest of the team are on a practice court adjacent
Love
to
30.
this main centre court arena.
Love 30. Love 40. This is slipping away from them, so 4 set points already. Just 19 minutes on the clock as I look upwards to the scoreboard.
The fastest women's set, 22 minutes.
That's a good serve.
That was a 6-love we saw in the early session. And into the net.
We've seen pairs come back from love 40 to win the game. We've seen it 2 or 3 times today. And not this time, however. That is 6-love to Andrea Ustero and Ari Sanchez.
Right now,
Atlantics.
we have a final.
6 games to love.
It will be New York Atlantics against Florida Goats.
Is that
wow?
If they win, though, they've still got to win.
Right, yeah, they need to win, but that 6-love is a massive step towards qualifying for the grand final.
So if they win this second set, it's looking very, very good.
We'd have to do the maths if it goes to a tiebreak. But at the moment, it is looking very good indeed for New York Atlantics. And it's not looking good for Las Vegas Smash. Not in action here, of course, in this evening session, but could still make that grand final. They would need this game now to go to 3 sets. Doesn't matter who wins, but they need this game now to go to 3 sets.
Well, a very, very, very positive start.
Got a very similar scenario later on as far as
Andrea
men's
Ustero
podium day.
to serve. Second set.
Florida Goats could still qualify for the grand final if the next men's game goes to 3 sets. Lovely switch.
Just a little bit too much on it, perhaps, but...
Got her opponent scurrying back, Virginia Riera. That carries with some tremendous topspin again.
That was from a long way back on the court as well, from Andrea.
She's won 3 of the 4 smashes she's attempted in this match.
She's got a nice little lob. And into
Mira.
the side.
Ustero just telling Ari, watch it go by, it's going out. Just didn't carry over the net.
30-15.
And neither did that. 40-15. Little bit of a nothing sort of shot there, unfortunately, from Jess.
Lacking that kind of energy, vigour that we saw when they beat Toronto. It's true they did struggle in that first set, losing it to Victoria Iglesias and Marina Guinart.
Yeah, but they sort of got better as it went on, didn't
Definitely, but they've not been allowed to get back into this game.
they? Well, I think the problem was as well, hang on a second, 40-30.
40-30.
Is that Guinart and
Victoria made quite a few mistakes in that second set.
few mistakes crept in, wasn't it? They allowed
also
them to grow.
Up against Adi
Well, I mean,
and Ustero, who are better players.
we saw that as well with the Cancun women's team with Marina Lobo and Sofia Sainz. They really struggled in against Martita Ortega.
We have 3 golden points in the first
Jessica
4
Castello to receive.
games of the first set. And we start the second set with a golden point.
A couple of loose shots just crept in here.
That's going to be in. Is it good enough? Oh, Ustero, despite Riera keeping that rally alive,
had
gets the
all
winner. Yeah, whole court to aim for.
Wide open spaces. So
Normally
First
that
game,
winner
second set.
is where the other player on the court is, because they've got to kind of, look, see, she drifts over to cover the centre. Where did you just come from? That's not going to hit the ball.
But you have to cover the centre, don't you? Because
Yeah,
otherwise
you have
they
to,
just
because you've got to try and, cover, because obviously your doubles partner is probably still trying to get back onto the court.
So she goes, just moves into the middle, just keeping an eye on it. She couldn't send it low into the net, she had to put it high, which just meant just needed babying over.
Jessica Castello to serve.
That's a really poor return when it comes to golden points. I mean, I don't think that 6-love is a fair reflection of what we've seen so far in the match. They've been outclassed, but not to be losing 6-love, 1-love.
Love 15.
Love 15 as well now.
Well, maybe a bit of luck. That's what they need.
I think they need a bit of luck.
It's not been
Let's not begrudge
smiling, no.
Let's not begrudge them it.
Lady Luck has been sitting on the fence so far. Biggest winning margin of this Miami event. A 6-2, 6-love.
Ah, well played, lovely block.
Punch volley. Didn't need any
Very
backswing.
15.
Just using the force of Aniana's return and just the placement, just having that record head in the right place. Well played, Virginia. 30-15.
Oh, great shot.
Just caught Virginia with the weight on the left leg.
Just moving inside a little bit of the right in the wrong
Not able
leg.
to transfer the weight onto the right leg quick enough to cover that shot down the line.
Second serve. Jess asks for that one. Once again going backwards,
going
leaning backwards.
Ball's dropping and dropped too low. And then just the angle, of, the point of contact. And that just sailing into the net.
2 more break points.
Good hit. A really good
Steered
response there from Adi.
Oh, that was really
Just
good,
one-handed
wasn't it?
backhand.
Because it was dipping as well. Well recovered back.
Again.
And again. Spooned
Los
over.
Dos come forward. There's some defending to do here, Miami.
She looks for that angle, doesn't she? They're working them over a little bit. Well played by Virginia Riera now, just looking at counter and...
Brilliant from Ustero. And there for the winner. Oof, wow.
Well, it had its... That was a bit of a seesaw game.
Yeah, it was. It
wasn't
was back and forth, back and forth.
Ari and Ustero pressing. Then just for a moment, I thought as if Riera was just going to turn it around.
But Ustero with a great
But then
approach shot and just continued
Ari
attacking the
Sanchez
net. It's where you need to be. You need to attack the net to win the points.
Then that
2
happened.
love.
And a break to the good in this second set as well.
Sometimes,
Great lob that back into the...
Paul, you see players, it's not right to say take their foot off the gas. But, you know, they're winning 5 love, they might drop a couple of games.
But you can't afford to in
Not
this, really.
yet, but here, they can't afford to do that. And
no, you've
you
got
can
to...
look at it, 6 love, it's clinical.
love.
It's been clinical.
You've got to keep on winning those points. The more points you win, the fewer your opponents win.
Because the clear instructions from the coach is, we need to lose as fewer games as possible. Sometimes, you know, for those that follow soccer, you know, a team's winning 5-0, 4-0, and the other side might score 1 or 2 consolation goals because you kind of switch off with one. You know, the same thing happens in paddle sometimes.
But you know, then you see teams that lose the league by a couple of goals on goal
Yes,
difference.
goal different. So, and here, there are going to be teams that lose because they dropped a set, lost a tie break, or maybe even just lost 1 more game than another team, another franchise. If it goes down to number of points, then that will be...
Oh,
oh, I don't want that job.
don't
Can you
particularly
double check, please?
I don't want to really check the games either.
And then after that, Paul, there is
Toss
another
of a coin,
decider.
toss of a, that's easy.
$1
Whatever.
into the air.
Heads and tights.
Head or tails, head or tails.
Best of 3?
Do they say head or tails here? Is it head or tails? Is that just...
No idea.
No.
I presume so.
If in doubt, we'll just toss a pound coin.
Why do
Head or
they-
tails?
Why do we say tails? Strange, isn't it?
I don't know, there's
Then
a
you
tail on
say-
the other side of the coin.
Then you lose and say, can we do best of 3? Best of 5?
With a super tie break.
Oh, it's a lovely little
Yeah, that
volley.
slice, that
Woof.
sliced backhand.
Game, New York Athletics. They lead 3 games to love.
Oh, steaming
ball,
through this
please.
opening match of the evening session.
That's the crowd flows in. This is why you can't be late, can you? Because
the pace this PPL is being played at, we don't see elsewhere. It makes for a much more dynamic sport. I think it's more entertaining. I think the players are enjoying it too.
yeah.
You've said there's different dimensions to
And
the sport.
Peter, obviously, Peter, our Spanish commentator, say a professional player himself. He was down there having a bit of a knockabout, and he said, no, the court's a lot faster than we thought.
We thought they were slightly slower. He didn't say snuck onto the court. He was on the court, you know, with Javi, the commentator on the Spanish feed. It's our turn later. Oh, by the way.
Yeah, right.
And he was saying that, okay, it's not fast, but it is faster than it should be. I mean, he said the court, you know, when the ball hits the back glass, it does travel fast. It's actually a very good playing surface. It's unique to the PPR. It's the best you can actually play on right now in paddle worldwide. And he said it was a joy to play on, but it's not as slow as some people think because it's humid and it's a sea level.
It's a little bit warmer in here than it has been the last couple of days as well. So I think that's helped. Last first couple of days, it was a bit chilly, wasn't it? I mean, we were sat up here with, let's be honest, a sweatshirt or 2 on.
Virginia Riera.
And you're from the north of England.
Aye, but I've
serve.
gone soft,
with new balls.
living in Spain.
Too many years in Madrid. Scoots it back into play. He'll be on the back foot in this rally. For the moment, she had to scoot that back into play. Going to be on the back foot. There you go.
Lovely shot.
You could tell. I
That
mean,
backhander was coming, couldn't it?
That moment, you're kind of playing a shot just to stay in the rally. Then it's just about defending and just hoping you can get back into the rally, back on top, and take control of the net. Second serve.
Well done. Great defending and great block of volleys.
It's like a pinball machine, this one.
Wow.
Bang, bang, bang.
She hits the ball really hard, Jess, actually. As you may have noticed.
15-0.
Very good drive on a very good approach volley. And she warmed up in the second set of the last match. Another first serve. Goes long.
Out. 15-30.
15-30. Second serve again.
Las dos. The shout. Both players have come forward. Now that they've both come forward. And that was a really. Had it cleared the net, it would have been a winner.
15-4.
Because it caught instead of scrambling. She'd edge towards the centre, which is quite natural when you play paddle. Both players kind of verge towards the centre. Why? Because most of the shots come down the centre, and you want to be involved in the point. So it was clever from Riera, but not clearing the net.
I want to get 3 more break points, though.
It's 15-40.
Once again long. That's third.
Yeah, third first serve. That's gone a good foot long.
I think that just shows that she's under pressure and she's just trying to.
Because you know that it's almost like you've got to put in an even
your
better
best
serve.
possible serve. You can't
They're
leave
used to, and so you kind of,
forcing it right to the line.
and they've got long. Of course, your second serve doesn't normally put. Hits the roof. Unfortunate, Jessica. That's really unfortunate.
Game.
Tough way to lose.
That's a joker, that is.
Yeah,
They
a
lead
game.
4 games to love.
Ustero to serve now for Love Up and Riera and Jessica. I mean, it's not easy out there when you look up at that scoreboard and see you're losing 6-love, 4-love. You see very, very few 6-loves.
Well, the thing is, we've seen we're seeing, this is looking, this is going to be a big win. But against, with great players winning, but against rivals who you think they're not, they're really good players as well,
I do think, though, those 5 golden points, I mean,
But
they'll be in the back of my mind.
For example, in the last session, Verceda, she's a top 10 ranked player, and...
But you think, they've played 10 games. Had it gone the other way, it would be 5-5 in the number of games won. We'll still be in the first set. Had they won 3 of the 2, they would have lost the first set, but they'd be leading in the second set, 3-1. They've been really unfortunate. Not often do you see a team win every single golden point that's played.
Just in.
Oh, there was nothing Ustero could do. Not painful,
30-15.
just clip the tape. And also, you can see here, not allowing Ustero enough time to raise that racket. Double-handed swipe there before the, ooh, it's held up short. Oh,
Shops to
Ustero
go for glass.
doesn't hit the roof.
Doesn't.
See, the luck between the two.
Oh,
There we
that
go, and a
goes
miss from
long.
Riera. But Ustero with that incredible
15
contra pared,
points.
such a quick thinker, so versatile.
And just the fact that you think that the contra pared is your best option tells you how good she is. I think a lot of people who don't even, you know, most at a
Would
lower
just
levels
return it,
wouldn't
yeah.
even think about it. There you go. Drilled
Game,
through
New York
5
Athletics.
love.
They
Well,
lead
New York
5 games to love.
will have to really mess up in this second set not to qualify for the main event, the big game, first against second on Sunday, the podium day here. 4 clubs will qualify. The other 6, well, they will watch the final, no doubt, some from home, some from here, from the venue here, the Wayfair Arena. Some will have picked up points. Only one franchise will go home empty-handed on 0 points. We'll have all the points for you as soon as we get them confirmed, because the remaining games today will have an effect on how the teams finish.
Especially our next match, the men's match between New York Athletics and Miami. Basically,
it could be a winner takes all,
but it has to be in 2 sets.
But
we'll go over it again.
The Flow
We'll
Rider
go over
Goats could have both their men's and women's teams in the final, or not.
Or not. Well, no, the women's team are in, aren't they? The women's.
But not both.
Are
The women's team are definitely there.
The
The
women's
men's team, they need the right result in the next men's doubles. And here, New York Athletics are getting the result they needed at the start of play. 6 love, 5 love. 1 game away from qualifying for the final, where they would meet the Flow Rider Goats. Some matchup that will be.
Will it be for the last time this season? I suspect not. Yes, Castello serving to stay in the match. 5 love down and 6 love after the first set.
$15 love.
It's one of those ones where you kind of just want the final whistle, the final buzzer, the umpire to just say, game over, game, set, and match. It's been a tough one for Jessica and Virginia. He played really well.
Pretty sure they want to win a game, though.
Oh, they'd love to.
Oh.
Well, gets left hanging on the net there. Ustero. She's like draped like a towel over the net.
Like a salmon in a fishing net, really.
Couldn't get under that one. Well played, come on. I think everybody in this arena wants to see them win 1 game. Unless you're New York Athletics.
Don't think it'll make a difference, though, would it, to the qualification for the final?
Oh. Let's say in Spain, so many recursos, so resourceful.
Yep. So many different alternatives in a play. And well played.
Excellent return there from Jessica. And finally they get something up on the board.
Athletics lead 5 games to 1.
Okay, but it is Ari Sanchez serving.
They've been ruthless in this match, and they need to continue being ruthless. They need to close out this match on Ari's serve. Good start.
15 love.
Could make for a mouth-watering final por Gemma Triay, Delfi Brea, Ustero, Ari Sanchez.
Out.
Just up. No, it's going to be very good.
15 all.
Not there yet, though.
Just got to get this over the line. 15 all. Yeah,
30-15.
that's the sort of shot you make when you're 5-1 down in the second set and you've lost the first set. And I think if they do reach the final straight away, it would help justify the trade they made, bringing in Ari and John Sanswell. We'll see what happens. Oi.
Also, Ari putting her former club to the sword, joining from Miami, runners-up last season.
Out, that one goes so too much points. 40-30.
Within touching distance of a place in the final.
Boy, it goes out, takes it to a gold point.
Use
Still
golden
within
point.
touching distance.
Jessica Castello to receive.
She got enough on that.
What a return.
Once again, Jess takes the responsibility.
Just out from Jessica. Just out.
Once again, fine margins, but that's a big win for the New York Atlantic. 6-love, 6-1.
6-love, 6-1.
I didn't see the time. Was it 43, 44 minutes, 45? Anyhow, 40-something minutes. Very little time. They've whipped through that game. And
well, New York Atlantic's guided by world number one, Ari Sanchez, who will take on the team that defeated her in last year's final, in the final. She just knocked out her old team in this group stage, who won't qualify for the final.
did really well there. Riera.
And Ustero. I thought Ustero was excellent. Because sometimes a bit of pressure on the player who's less experienced to keep up with the better player. So Ari didn't put any pressure on her doubles partner. Didn't have to, because they cruised through that first set. But again, there were so many golden points, and every single one fell the way of New York Atlantics. Now, of course, there's experience, there's knowing how to play those points, not just down to luck.
And having the shots to win them.
And as for Jessica and Riera, it's a tough one when you look at that scoreline. They were outclassed. They were underdogs coming into this match.
But once again, not by that much. I think they were...
No, the scoreline, we expected a tighter game.
But they were playing two rivals who were utterly focused. So, New York Atlantics into the final.
And now, Paul, going to hear the winners with Javi, our Spanish commentator, Narancha.
Okay, we're just about ready to hear from our winners. With Javi, the man with the pink shoes on, and Arancha, and we'll be back in a few moments.
What a great atmosphere we're having here at the Wayfair Arena with all of the supporters here and also the players. And interesting, because we just said it at the beginning, during the interviews, they were saying that one of the toughest opponents were actually the New York Atlantics.
Congratulations, New York. Enhorabuena para las chicas, para Ari, para Ustero, porque ya están en la final de mañana frente a Florida. Un aplauso para ellas. Bueno, Ari, sensaciones después de llegar a Nueva York y plantarte en la final, llegar y besar el santo, como aquel que dice. Enhorabuena por una nueva final.
You're on the finals, you came to the New York Atlantics and you're on the finals. How do you feel about it?
Sí, la verdad que muy contentas. Creo que hoy hemos hecho un partido muy completo, hemos salido muy intensas, muy concentradas. Y nada, mañana creo que nos hemos clasificado para la final, así que objetivo cumplido, felicitar al equipo, a Nueva York, que tenemos un equipazo, y Andrea que ha jugado muy bien hoy, muy suelta. Y nada, mañana más.
Andrea has played pretty well. We're very happy because we've accomplished our main objective and let's prepare for tomorrow.
Bueno, Andrea, nueva final, ahora con Ari jugando. ¿Cómo te sientes? Porque es verdad que el año pasado no pudisteis conseguirlo, pero ahora sí. Y encima, con toda una número uno como Ari, cuéntame tus sensaciones.
New final now with Ari. It's a real thing that last season you couldn't achieve it, but now you're in the finals. How do you feel about it?
Bueno, la verdad que hemos hecho un partido de 10, ya lo dije ayer, jugar con Ari es muy fácil, nada, feliz de habernos clasificado en la final, ahora animar a los chicos para que se clasifiquen también, así que nada, muy contentas.
Happy about being in the finals. Now it's our turn to support the boys team, and it's a reality that I said it yesterday that it was so easy to play with Ari.
Pues enhorabuena a las chicas Andrea Ustero y Ari Sanchez, que ya están en la final mañana contra Florida. Que no se mueva nadie porque viene el partido de chicos con estas dos mismas franquicias. Hasta ahora.